Happy Wednesday, HMS 7. It's good to see everybody back in the building again today. It's been a strong week. Let's make sure we keep that up. At this moment, I'd like you to turn and stare awkwardly at your neighbor without talking. Again, turn and stare awkwardly at your neighbor without talking. When I say go, when I say what? Go, I'd like you to say 3 positive things about your neighbor. Go. All right, 3 claps on me. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you got that positive vibes going. It's always good to start positive. Again, we're going to get back on the 7 habits of highly effective people, starting with being proactive in the month of September. Being proactive is the main goal to start off with because that goal leads into all the other habits and skills we talk about. For example, thinking win-win is a proactive approach to helping other people. By helping other people, you help yourself. So when you start with yourself, changing yourself and being proactive, it follows in with all the other habits that we'll talk about throughout the course of this school year. As we talked about briefly the other day with Dr. Martin Luther King as an example, a great example, one of my personal heroes of being proactive, he had the what and the why down. I would like you to spend 15 seconds in quiet thought thinking about the example of Martin Luther King and how exactly he was proactive. Hopefully you remember from the Montgomery bus boycott that we briefly discussed on Friday and then again on Monday is the fact that Dr. Martin Luther King took a massive societal problem and decided to be proactive about it. And that was the segregation of races. If you recall, the African American community in Montgomery, Alabama decided to not ride carpools or not ride the buses and carpool to work to force the federal government and the state governments to eventually end segregation in public transportation. Now, there were a lot of other areas in American life that were segregated, but he started with one. It's also important to remember that you got to start from the inside. Dr. Martin Luther King started from the inside by being proactive and then addressed a massive societal issue in order to be successful overall in the United States. Why is it important to be proactive? I would like you to think about that quietly for 10 seconds. I don't need you to answer it, but I think it's an extremely important thing to be proactive. It's very important to understand why we should be proactive. Again, it starts from the inside. Being proactive starts from the inside. You have to change yourself first before you go out and try to change the world. I tell that to anybody. You got to start from the inside, being proactive, understanding you're in control. If you start from the inside, then you can go out and start to change things in society that maybe you don't agree with. John Lennon's got a great quote here, which is another example of how to be proactive. In order to summarize that, he basically says, if you want to create a change that's positive in society, 1, be nonviolent, and 2, use humor. Because people don't know how to handle that. If you're nonviolent and you use a little bit of humor, you get people to stop, think, and laugh, and then change starts to slowly occur. Just little examples of how to be proactive. Remember your goal sheets that we've been talking about. Please continue to share those with me so that I can look through those. But again, the change starts with you first. You change yourself first, and then you can work on being proactive. So again, think of personal demons, personal challenges that you're trying to address. Start with yourself, knowing that you are in control, your choices matter, and you will become a proactive individual, and all the other habits will fall into place. A couple important reminders. We haven't talked about tardies yet. We've had enough time in our building. It's now time to be where you're supposed to be and be on time. Be proactive. You know where your classes are now. We're not stopping at lockers. Please make sure we're getting to class on time. Teachers will be in hallways if you can't find your way to class on time, doing what we call tardy sweeps. Again, we'll talk about more as we move forward throughout the year, but now is time to be on time. Be proactive there. Reminder that picture day is on Friday. We'll call you down alphabetically by last name. By what? Last name. Alphabetically by what? Last name. Again, we'll start letters, last names beginning with A through C at 8:15 for picture day this Friday. What fun that is going to be. Just think of the joy that picture day brings to the entire building. Students, staff, dogs, cats, cooks. Everybody loves picture day. It's on Friday. We can't get out of Wednesday without some trivia here. I'm going to put it's a little bit more challenging question here, but you TikTokers out there, if you like to watch YouTube, Netflix, here's the question. How does TikTok's algorithm, its AI, its artificial intelligence, differ? Again, differ. How is it different from YouTube's and Netflix in terms of assessing what you like? Again, they assess what you like in order to program what you're going to view. They assess what you like in order to program what you're going to view. How do they differ? How do their algorithms differ? I'll give you 20 seconds, and I'm actually going to drop this answer out here. If you get it right, we'll come around and reward you. As opposed to YouTube and Netflix. YouTube and Netflix compare you to like viewers. So if you watch, for example, Stranger Things, they're going to compare you to other people who watch Stranger Things and then create your playlist. TikTok is a little bit different. TikTok looks at the videos that you like, they look at the videos that you watch, and most importantly, they look at the length of time you watch a video in order to determine your playlist. I'll put that up there real quick. They look at likes, videos that you like to comment on, and how long you watch videos. They use that data to create a playlist for you and program your brain. Second piece there, YouTube and Netflix simply compare you to what others do. If you got that right, your teachers will send us an email. We'll come around first and second period to reward you for knocking out how they differ in terms of how their algorithms work. Let's have a great Wednesday. We love you guys. It's great to see you in the building. We'll see you again on Thursday.